Welcome to Machine's Visit. But what you're about to see isn't just manufacturing. It's controlled power on an almost unbelievable scale. From molten metal glowing hotter than lava to machines that move with robotic precision, these production lines don't just build products, they shape the modern world itself. And once you see how it's really done, you might never look at everyday objects the same way again. It starts inside an aluminum extrusion plant. And this is where things get intense. Solid aluminum ingots are pushed into furnaces and heated beyond 660 degrees Celsius, the exact point where metal loses its form and turns into a blinding liquid mass. But here's the twist: that molten metal isn't the final step. It's just the beginning. It's cast into billets, reheated again, and then forced through a steel die using extreme hydraulic pressure, measured in thousands of tons. The result? Perfectly shaped aluminum profiles with almost zero defects. These aren't just pipes. They're used in aircraft, skyscrapers, and even defense systems. Lightweight, corrosion-resistant, and infinitely recyclable, aluminum might just be the most underestimated material on Earth. Now shift your focus to Scotland, where something massive is quietly being built. At wind tower facilities, enormous steel plates are rolled and welded into towering structures that can exceed 80 meters in height. But here's what most people don't realize. If even a single weld fails, the entire structure could collapse under extreme wind loads. That's why robotic welding systems and precision inspections are pushed to their limits. These towers don't just stand. They carry turbines capable of generating megawatts of clean energy, powering thousands of homes. It's not just engineering. It's a race against climate change. Then come machines designed for failure-proof performance. Oilless bearings. No lubrication. No maintenance. Sounds impossible, right? But these components are engineered with embedded solid lubricants that activate under pressure and heat. In environments where traditional bearings would seize or break down, these keep moving. Aerospace systems, heavy construction, high-temperature operations. This is where friction loses the battle. And in industries where a single failure can cost millions, that's not just innovation, it's survival. Out at sea, things get even more extreme. Transition pieces. The hidden giants connecting offshore wind turbines to the ocean floor are built to survive decades of relentless waves, saltwater corrosion, and structural stress. At facilities like smolders, these structures undergo sandblasting, robotic welding, and multi-layer protective coatings. Inside, they're packed with ladders, platforms, and cable systems, almost like industrial skyscrapers underwater. Once installed, failure isn't an option, because out there, repairs are nearly impossible. And then there's speed, pure, insane speed. The Mark 9 Max as cigarette machine operates at up to 9,000 cigarettes per minute. That's not production, that's mass replication. Every stage, from paper feeding to filter attachment, is digitally controlled down to microscopic precision. But here's the controversial part: machines like this have fueled global industries worth billions, raising serious debates about automation, health, and control. Efficiency has a price, and not everyone agrees on who pays it. Inside a forge wheel factory, raw aluminum is transformed under crushing force. Heated billets are pressed with thousands of tons of pressure, aligning the metal's internal grain structure for maximum strength. Then comes multi-axis CNC machining, carving out designs that are not just lightweight, but engineered for high-speed stability. These wheels aren't just for cars, they're trusted in motorsports, where failure at high speed can mean disaster. Precision here isn't optional, it's life or death. Now zoom into something smaller, but just as critical: cable and wire manufacturing. It starts with copper or aluminum drawn into ultrafine strands, then insulated, color-coded, and bundled through high-speed extrusion systems. But what makes this process dangerous isn't what you see. It's what you don't. A single microscopic defect can cause overheating, short circuits, or even electrical fires. That's why every meter is tested for conductivity, flexibility, and durability. Because, in a world powered by electricity, failure is not an option. Even something as simple as a faucet hides a complex story. Molten brass is poured into molds, forming the base shape. Then CNC machines take over, carving threads, smoothing surfaces, and ensuring perfect alignment. After polishing and multi-layer coating, each unit is pressure tested, because one tiny leak can turn into massive water loss over time. What looks ordinary is actually engineered perfection. Steel takes things to another level. Seamless pipes are formed at temperatures exceeding 1,200 degrees Celsius, where solid billets are pierced and stretched into hollow tubes without a single weld. And that's the key difference. No seams means no weak points. These pipes are used in oil rigs, power plants, and high-pressure systems, where failure could mean catastrophic explosions. Every pipe is heat-treated and ultrasonically tested, because in these environments, there's no second chance. Then comes raw force, enclosed-die forging. Heated steel is crushed into shape inside custom molds, forcing the metal to flow and align internally. The result is a component with extreme tensile strength and resistance to fatigue. Eye bolts made this way can handle enormous loads without breaking. Compared to cast or machine parts, forged components are simply stronger. And when lifting heavy structures, strength isn't a feature. It's a necessity. Finally, something almost hypnotic, glass bottle manufacturing. Raw materials like silica sand are melted at over 1,500 degrees Celsius into a glowing liquid, then shaped using air pressure inside molds. But here's what most people miss if cooled too quickly. The glass can shatter from internal stress. That's why bottles pass through an annealing process, slowly cooling to stabilize their structure. The result? Durable, reusable containers used worldwide. Simple in appearance, but incredibly precise in creation. LED strip light manufacturing might look simple, but behind that flexible glow lies a process driven by extreme precision and microengineering. It begins with a flexible PCB, a thin, bendable circuit board unrolled like a ribbon and prepared for component placement. Then comes a critical moment. High-speed pick-and-place machines position thousands of microscopic SMD LEDs and resistors with near-perfect accuracy, often within fractions of a millimeter. One slight misalignment and the entire strip fails. The board then enters a reflow oven, where temperatures are carefully controlled to melt solder paste and permanently bond each component. Afterward, protective silicone or epoxy coatings are applied, not just for waterproofing, but to protect against heat, dust, and long-term degradation. Finally, the strips are cut, tested under load, and packaged. What looks like simple lighting is actually a fusion of electronics and durability engineered to last tens of thousands of hours. Salt may seem ordinary, but its journey from raw extraction to food-grade purity is anything but simple. Whether mined from underground deposits or harvested from evaporated seawater, raw salt contains impurities like sand, clay, and trace minerals. The process begins with crushing and intensive washing, stripping away unwanted materials. Then comes centrifuging and drying, reducing moisture to prevent clumping and microbial growth. But here's the part most people overlook: iodization. Carefully measured iodine compounds are added to combat global iodine deficiency, a serious health issue in many regions. Anti-caking agents are also introduced to maintain free-flowing texture. After precise grading through vibrating screens, the salt is weighed, sealed, and prepared for distribution. What ends up on your table is the result of chemistry, engineering, and public health science working together. Trading cards may look like collectibles, but their production is a high-speed operation balancing art and industrial accuracy. It starts with ultra-high-resolution printing on premium card stock using offset or digital presses capable of producing millions of copies with consistent color fidelity. Each sheet is then laminated or UV-coated, not just for shine, but to protect against wear, bending, and fading over time. Precision die cutting ensures identical shapes and perfectly rounded corners. But here's where it gets serious. Even a slight color mismatch or misalignment can ruin entire batches, costing thousands. Advanced quality control systems scan every sheet before card are sorted, stacked, and sealed into packs. What collectors hold is the result of both creative design and unforgiving production standards. Door lock manufacturing is where engineering meets security, and failure is not an option. It starts with die casting or forging strong metals like zinc or brass to form the lock body. Then CNC machines carve out internal chambers with extreme precision measured in microns. Inside, the real complexity begins. Pins, springs, and cylinders are assembled in configurations designed to resist picking, drilling, and forced entry. But here's the reality. Even the smallest tolerance error can compromise the entire lock. That's why every unit undergoes rigorous cycle testing, simulating years of use. The exterior is polished, plated, or powder-coated not just for appearance, but for corrosion resistance. What seems like a simple lock is actually a carefully engineered barrier between safety and vulnerability. Brick production may be ancient, but modern methods push it to industrial precision. It starts with raw clay and shale, crushed and blended with water to form a uniform paste. This mixture is extruded into continuous columns and sliced into bricks with high-speed wire cutters. But the real transformation happens in the kiln, where temperatures exceed 1,000 degrees Celsius, permanently altering the material's structure. If the firing temperature is even slightly off, bricks can crack, weaken, or lose durability. Controlled cooling follows, ensuring structural stability. The final product is sorted and stacked, ready to support everything from small homes to massive skyscrapers. Simple in form, but critical in strength. Inside the ASKT dining chair factory, mass production meets craftsmanship in a delicate balance. It begins with precision-cut wooden or metal frames, assembled and reinforced to handle years of daily use. Next comes cushioning, high-density foam shaped to support posture and long-term comfort. But here's what most people don't notice. Poor ergonomic design can lead to long-term strain, which is why every curve and angle is carefully calculated. Upholstery is then applied by skilled workers, stretching and stitching materials like leather or fabric with exact tension. Finally, each chair is tested for load capacity, finish quality, and durability. What ends up in your dining room is the result of both human skill and industrial consistency. At the Amul ice cream factory, production isn't just about taste. It's about controlled science at scale. Fresh milk and cream are blended with sugar, stabilizers, and flavoring agents, then pasteurized to eliminate harmful bacteria. Homogenization ensures a smooth, uniform texture by breaking down fat particles. The mixture is then rapidly cooled and fed into continuous freezers, where air is carefully incorporated, giving ice cream its signature lightness. But here's the detail most miss. The balance of air, called overrun, directly affects texture and quality. Too much, and it feels cheap. Too little, and it becomes dense and heavy. After molding or filling, the product is hardened at ultra-low temperatures to lock in structure. Finally, it's packaged and distributed. Maintaining a strict cold chain prevents spoilage. Every scoop is a mix of chemistry, timing, and precision. And finally, the smallest components often carry the greatest responsibility. Screws and rivets, tiny, almost invisible parts, are manufactured through cold heading and precision forming processes that shape metal under extreme pressure. Threads are rolled, not cut, increasing strength by preserving the material's grain structure. Heat treatment enhances hardness and durability, while surface coatings protect against corrosion. But here's the truth. If even one fastener fails in a critical structure, the consequences can be catastrophic. From holding furniture together to securing massive infrastructure, these small components quietly carry enormous loads, often unnoticed, but absolutely essential. Screws, nails, and rivets may be small, but they're the silent backbone of modern construction, and their production is a race against time and precision. It begins with massive coils of steel wire, straightened and cut at incredible speeds. Nail heads are formed in milliseconds using high-speed headers, while their tips are sharpened instantly for maximum penetration. Screws take it further, passing through thread rolling dies where threads are pressed, not cut, preserving the metal's internal grain structure and significantly increasing strength. Rivets are often cold-formed under extreme pressure, ensuring durability without compromising integrity. But here's the reality. Even the smallest defect in a fastener can lead to structural failure. That's why every batch is polished, heat-treated, and coated against corrosion. These tiny components may go unnoticed, but without them, the world quite literally falls apart. Inside a Canon lens manufacturing facility, perfection isn't a goal. It's a requirement measured in nanometers. It begins with ultra-pure optical glass, melted and molded into rough lens blanks. But this is where the real precision begins. Each blank is ground and polished to extreme accuracy, shaping curves that control how light bends and focuses. A microscopic error here can ruin image clarity entirely. Then come multi-layer anti-reflective coatings, engineered to maximize light transmission while eliminating glare and distortion. Assembly takes place inside dust-free clean rooms, where even a single particle could destroy performance. Robotic systems and expert technicians align multiple lens elements with near-perfect tolerances. Finally, each lens is rigorously tested for sharpness, autofocus speed, and stabilization before earning the Canon name. What you hold in your hand is not just a lens, it's engineered vision. Out at sea, monopiles rise as hidden giants beneath offshore wind turbines. These massive steel foundations begin as thick plates, rolled into enormous cylindrical sections and welded together with extreme precision. Some stretch beyond 80 meters in length and weigh hundreds of tons. But size isn't the real challenge, survival is. These structures must withstand constant wave impact, saltwater corrosion, and powerful wind forces for decades. That's why every weld is ultrasonically tested, every surface blasted, and every inch coated for protection. Once driven deep into the seabed, failure is not an option, because replacing them offshore is one of the most complex operations in engineering. Monopiles don't just support turbines, they anchor the future of renewable energy. And when conditions demand even more strength, entire offshore foundations take engineering to another level. Depending on water depth and seabed conditions, structures could be monopiles, jackets, or gravity-based systems, each designed for maximum stability under extreme stress. Fabrication involves massive steel sections rolled, welded, and tested using non-destructive methods to detect even invisible flaws. Protective coatings guard against years of corrosion in unforgiving marine environments. But building them is only half the battle. Installation is where things get risky. Transported by barges and lifted by specialized vessels, these giants are positioned and secured deep into the ocean floor with precision that leaves no room for error. Because once installed, they must endure decades of relentless natural force. And just like that, from molten metals to microscopic precision, from factory floors to the depths of the ocean, you've seen how the world is truly built, not just with machines, but with engineering that pushes limits every single day. Thanks for watching Mighty Machines. If this journey through powerful production lines opened your eyes, there's a lot more waiting. Hit like, share with someone who loves engineering, and subscribe, because the next machine you see might be even more unbelievable.